You need to calm down. You're being too loud. And I was like, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Ooh. Period. Yeah. Well, guys, welcome to Unhinged Therapy. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Today is a very exciting day. We have a special guest, my bestie, Chris.
Woo! Round of applause for Chris.
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're
I'm
so
excited to
welcome.
be here. Oh my god.
We stand.
We're so excited to have you here, Chris.
Slay. Oh my god. Danielle, what did you do this weekend?
What did I do? I worked. Wholesome.
You know what?
And then I went out on Saturday with my cousin and my friend Molly. You know, we did a little bit of watermark action. And we had like 8 rounds of drinks of vodka soda and like didn't even feel like we had any.
Watered down.
Yeah, no, I was like, what is going on here?
That's not the tea.
That's not the tea. So then I went over to Johnny Mac's, of course. Of course. And I was going to leave at like 12:30. I'm like, you know what? Let me go home.
Early night.
Let me call it a night. I called an Uber. And I was like waiting. And then I saw this kid that I knew. And I'm like, hey. And then I was like, I'm canceling my ride.
Seems like canceled.
And then I didn't get home until 3 a.m. But it was a good time. Good vibes all around. What did I do Sunday? Nothing. It was rainy. I watched Love Island.
Nothing really going on.
No. What about you, Brie?
I don't think I did a damn thing. Period. Friday I worked, and then I went to bed. Saturday I slept all day. I mentioned last week's episode my best friend left, so I was like in a little bit of a funky doodle. But now we're getting better. I was just like, oh my god, and now, I'm acceptance.
She's healing.
She's healing.
She's in the stage of acceptance.
And then Sunday, I manically rearranged my entire house. My best friend actually gave me her makeup table and her mirror. So I have been trying to fucking set it up. The mirror fell off the wall probably 50 times. 50 fucking times. So you know what I did? I crazy glued the fucking nails into the wall. And you know what the mirror did? It still fell off the fucking wall.
She does not want to stay out.
She does not.
So I've
It's a sign.
officially given up for the day. But the makeup table looks so cute. That's what I did.
Well, that's what we love. We need that.
A very uneventful weekend, honestly. I'll have better content for you guys soon, I promise.
It's
Yeah.
just kind of weekend sometimes. TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Chris, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, Friday I relaxed, kind of like you. I needed some self-care night, so I did exactly that.
Did you have face masks?
You know what? I should have. I'm surprised I didn't. I have them sitting in my bathroom.
You should go home and
next
do
time.
one.
Honestly, after this,
Yes.
after we wrap up, maybe a nice little self-care night as well on
I love
Monday,
that.
Tuesday.
Today? Yeah.
Thursday? Anyway, moving on. Saturday, I went into Philly and had myself a little night. I went out, got some dinner at a little Italian restaurant. You know, we love. I love me some pasta, some carbs.
Yep.
And then we went out for some dinner and some drinkies. A little dancey, not too much dancey. And then I was sleeping on a couch promptly at by 1 a.m.
Nice.
So overall successful.
Yes. Love that.
And then yesterday, Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday.
I came back from Philly and literally rotted in my bed for about 7-8 hours.
It was a good day to do that.
It was like a fantastic day to do that.
Yeah.
All rain, all day. Honestly, I love the rain. I don't know about you guys, but like
too much of it though. I needed to.
Yeah. Too much. Like after like a day, I'm like, okay, calm down. But like,
I like a good rain.
If I
day.
wake up on a Sunday and it's raining, I will not leave
That's
my bed.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
That's
so
the best.
That was, it was kind of cream of the crop for a weekend. So I was vibing the entire weekend.
You were a vibe.
It was a great.
Chris is the dancing king.
He is.
He loves himself a good dance.
On my birthday, him and my mom were both blacked out.
Chris was so blacked out. It was
To
hilarious.
I don't recall anything you're talking about right now, so fill me in, please.
So you and my mom was like, I want to go dancing. You're like, oh my god. And you brought her out to the dance floor and you guys were gone for like an hour. Like nowhere to be found. You came out, your hair was in like 70 different directions. My mom's like, what?
Chris, I was like worried about you. Like when I was leaving, you were like laying on the couch.
Stop.
And I was
You know
like,
what? I'm
oh
just
my God.
happy to find out that I actually danced that night because I wasn't sure if I actually danced. So I'm finding out I was dancing for quite some time and I have no recollection of
You
that.
were a good time.
So,
And then the next
yeah.
morning, I woke up to a Snapchat from you, and you're like, if you ever see me take another shot, slap me in the face.
I'm sure you took a shot yesterday, Saturday.
I tried getting my friends to take a shot and no one wanted to take a shot with me.
Oh
I was
my
like, I'm not going to be a loser taking a shot by myself, so here we
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
No shots last weekend, but the weekend prior, I think I took a few shots, so. I'm a shot king. I do love me some shots.
See,
Shot
I'm a slut for some
he
shots.
is a straight vodka too.
Oh, I love me some
We were
vodka.
passing that vodka bottle around at Bree's birthday like it was literal water.
And you wonder why I blacked out.
I blacked out. I know, literally, too. I blacked out.
No,
I think everybody
all
blacked
did.
out.
Okay,
I
you know
literally
what?
blacked out.
I'm in good company.
And
Yeah,
my mom literally was like the blind leading the blind. I saw this on like I think or two episodes ago, and she's like, "You need to help Chris." I'm like, "He's literally fine. Like this is him all the time. Like he's just a little sleepy. Just let him sleep.
Let him
Sleepy
take a
boy.
nap.
Like he's fine."
There's nothing better than napping at the club.
Yeah.
I can't.
I left. I'm like, oh, our soldier.
And it was early too. I normally last longer than 1 a.m.
Yeah.
From what I recall, or from
Yeah.
that, I woke up to a picture of Danielle and Bree leading me into an Uber.
Yes,
You were in
I
that
saw
picture.
that.
I was like, no recollection of this. Apparently, me and Danielle had a bunch of heart-to-hearts, and
Love
I was
that.
like, I don't recall any moment of the Uber going home. So
It's okay.
I was like,
And
you
for
know,
your
it
birthday,
happens.
we like got pretty fucked
Oh
up.
my
That we
God.
did. That was the first time I blacked out in Philly.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was.
You went out with a bang. And
We went out with a bang, and honestly, I'm kind of happy I didn't go back to Woody's this weekend because I don't want to. I don't remember any other way.
Okay.
My birthday
That's fair.
at Woody's was my favorite night. Like,
It was
in Philly.
fun.
It was so much fun. But aside from
Yeah,
the so
it's okay. It's okay.
we don't talk
It's
about
okay.
her.
We can talk about. We can talk about now. I've come to like terms with it. It's fine. I have a new phone, so we're
On to
okay.
bigger and better things.
Yeah, we're literally. I don't know if I'll ever return to Woody's, but
Fair point.
it was a good
I mean,
time.
unless I'm there, and then
Right.
we will be going.
Yeah.
You'll also, have that phone strapped on you.
No, literally, I will not let it out of my sight.
Crying.
But it was fun.
It
You were
was.
like doing backflips on me back at your apartment, sitting
I
on the
did-
couch.
I've known Chris since we're fucking 14, I think, years old.
Freshman year of high school.
Yeah, literally
at
freshman year, and he's always been like that. I used to call him a giraffe when we were freshman year because he would just flop himself everywhere. He talked so fast. And
I've gotten better. I've
You've
gotten
gotten
better.
so much
I'm, like,
better.
I'm crisp and clear, and you know what I'm saying for the most part. Sometimes I still talk fast.
Well,
Like,
you're
I'll be in
no
meetings, I'll be
but I
like,
do the
slow
same
down.
thing. All of us, like from our close friend group, like have a little bit of a speech impediment.
It's a little bit. It's a slight mumble, but as long as you can understand, it's the Jersey in us too.
It is
Talk
Jersey,
fast.
it
It's
is.
just talk fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. But he always has been flopping himself around.
Literally,
I love a
I
little
have a
flop.
video. I think I used to have a video. I don't know where it is, but you were like literally backflipping on me. I'm like, what is? I was like, this is what I need.
Oh, you need to find that phone. Find her. I need to see this video.
It's
Yeah.
time.
It's time.
Time to rehash
Literally,
that
I have to go
conversation.
get it.
Oh my god. Well, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Alright, so for this week's topic, we decided we're going to talk about something that was a little homophobic of us. We were, not recording during Pride Month and never said anything about it. Kind of fucked up of us.
We suck.
We literally suck. So we want to talk about a topic that we all hold very close to our hearts, which is the LGBTQIA plus community. So we have my bestie here, Chris. How do you identify and what's your sexual orientation?
I am a cis gay male.
And we love that for you.
Period. Slay. So do you want to tell us a little bit about your experience as a gay male in society, like present day?
Yeah, gladly.
We're trying to figure out the mics, guys.
Mic situation, my bad. Honestly, I will say living in the Northeast, it does make it a little more palatable. I feel very bad not bad, but like sorry for my brothers and sisters in, little more conservative states that have, more restrictive policies against the LGBTQIA plus community, and it is heartbreaking to see that, but as a gay male in the Northeast, in a state that is very progressive in the sense that, gay people will always have rights here. Women will always be able to have access to an abortion here. Like, that kind of stuff isn't really a huge concern of mine in the liberal Northeast, being that I will not have, you know, my rights taken away unless there's some national push for removal of the Equality Act, for example, or anything like that. With that said, there is a lot of concerns on my end from, you know, the Supreme Court, for example, you know, Ron DeSantis. You don't even want to say his name because he's just a terrible person. But the Don't Say Gay bill in Florida would actually have major repercussions, and I don't think these leaders actually fully understand the impact of, just because they're blinded and have tunnel vision by just trying to get votes. It's pathetic, honestly. Like, you're catering to such a small minority, trying to obtain their votes, that you're not even going to acknowledge that there is a whole other community there that is just as important, as just many rights, that is just as much voting power as the minority that you're catering to.
Yeah.
So, like, long-winded answer to a simple question, but I do think, for me as a gay male in society in the Northeast, I feel very comfortable, but that does not mean that the fight is anywhere near over.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. And I think that was all very important. I don't think it was like...
Yeah, no, I think that was...
I just kept rambling a little bit, but you know what? Long-winded answer to an important question.
100%.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like you have been, like... I have word mumbo jumbo. Please bear with me.
Take your time.
My brain literally just went.
I had a question and then she left.
She literally.
She was there.
Oh, I was going.
She's back.
She's back. Oh my God, she came back. Thank God.
She returned.
Okay, had a little blonde moment, even though I'm not blonde. So I feel like with these bills that are being passed, another really important thing to mention is the amount of, like, children that are so uncomfortable in their sexual identity and are just trying to figure out who they are as individuals. And, you know, the mental health and suicide rate is still so much higher in that community. And how do you feel you developed throughout, like, and what would you say to your younger self now that you're living your truth?
I would say, like, really just continue going. Like, I know it's kind of sounds cliche because that's something that you have been hearing. Like, I remember when growing up, I grew up in middle school was a time that was I think it was I forget the name of the campaign because it was so long ago, but it was basically like catered to to LGBTQIA youth, essentially saying, it was the It Gets Better campaign. I don't know if you guys remember that from middle school, but that was something that actually really stuck with me. I'm like, you know what? It sucks now, but hopefully it will get better. It will get better, and it gave me hope back when I was, you know, just learning and discovering these things about myself. Like, I didn't even know I was gay until about 7th grade, and then I was like, well, shit. Like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to tell. I don't know who I could talk to. I don't even know what this means. And then I think around 8th grade discovered the It Gets Better campaign, and I was like, you know what? Okay, like, if they're saying that, like, a few years from now, it sucks now, and middle school and high school as a gay youth is not easy, but it does get better, and it really does. Like, I've met some of the best friends because I am gay, and I met some of the best girlies, the best girly pops. Like, you know, they're all around. Even and honestly, it helped me realize that there are amazing straight men out there as well. There are some really great allies in the cis male community. And they're here for you as well, and that really helps me filter out the people that I want to have in my life. Yeah. Versus it's huge. Versus, you know, if I just meet someone at a bar and I think they're the coolest person ever, then I find out, you know, they're a raging conservative.
Yeah.
You know, very anti-LGBTQIA plus views. Like, that's not something I'd want to be. I would want to surround myself with. So, as as someone that grew up knowing that I was gay. Like I said, 7th grade. What is that? 11 years old, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
I found out by myself. I found out pretty young, and I really hid it for a long time. I did not tell Soul for a long time, and it really caused a lot of depression, anxiety, and I was at one point in my life pretty suicidal as well. Like, it really made me think that I am different, and I don't deserve to be in this life. And then after years and years of self-reflection and talking to people and really having all my friends accept me for who I am has really helped me grow to the person that I am today. And that is something that I wish my younger self would have known, and in the youth of today as well, know that it does get better. And that it really 100%. Is like something that is just a progress. And I've also learned that I am just a person that is going to grow throughout the rest of their life. Like, I'm not done now. I wasn't done in 7th grade, and I'm not done now, and I'm not going to be done when I'm 50, and I'm not going to be done until, the day I go, I'm done. down. So,
until you're really done.
Until I'm really done. So I have no other option.
Yeah.
So I will say that like it is a struggle, and it is something that people will be struggling with, unfortunately, until it is a fully accepted thing in society.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not there yet. Like I said, it's always it's a battle that's going to be continuing to draw on.
Yeah.
But as long as especially the youth of today know that they are loved and they are accepted, and there is a warm group of people waiting for them when they when they make it out, like they will love them for sticking around. They will love themselves for sticking around.
They'll be so proud of themselves.
They'll be so proud of themselves, like I am proud of myself.
Yes, and we're proud of you.
Oh, thank you, girlies.
You really have come, like, from knowing you for so long, you have come so much into your own. Like, from the first time you told me, do you remember the first time you came out to me?
Vaguely.
We were in Katie's backyard, sitting underneath a tree, and you were telling me a story, and you're like, I think I like boys, and you're like, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I do. Like, you panicked. And I was like, okay. And meanwhile, I thought you were bringing me under the tree to tell me you had a crush on me, and I was so excited. So I was like, oh, okay.
Finally happening.
Shit. Yeah, I'm like, oh, fuck, all right.
I know nothing about men.
He'll never be into me.
He'll never. She's like the one that got away. But I also had no chance.
But from then, you, like, literally backtracking your own words to now, like, just being so proud and true and being your authentic self is so fucking amazing to see.
And honestly, it makes me feel better that I have, for someone to acknowledge that I have made that much progress. I'm like, for someone like if you had known me when I first discovered myself back in middle school, I know we didn't know each other in middle school, unfortunately. I would have loved to have known you in middle school early.
Period.
I would have loved to have heard that back in the day, so I can, it would have really given me much more encouragement and confidence in my own self, because that was something that I did struggle with a lot when I was a kid, as well as I was very insecure about myself. I was very shy, didn't really want to talk to anyone, didn't want to be around people, so it was like, when I found my group, I really stuck with them. And I'm very, to this day, will always be grateful and appreciative of that.
Yeah, I feel like when you're in, like, those middle school and high school years, like, it's already hard enough, and then having this, like, discovery about yourself that's also, like, at the time, like, not totally acceptable by everybody is, like, how do you even, like, manage that? I also think, like, what you say about, like, the youth, like, I feel like it is getting a little bit more, like, talked about.
It is.
And, like, more accepting. Like, I was just with my cousin who's, like, 11 or 12. He's, like, in middle school. And we were talking to him, and my cousin, he's gay, and he was, like, making, like, a joke, like, they're all coming after the gays right now. Meanwhile, the world is literally burning down.
Right.
And my cousin was like, well, why do they care so much? Like, why do they not like gays? And we're like, I don't know. He goes, what's the big deal? And I'm like, I love that, like, an 11-year-old can say that, though, like, now, because back when we were in, like, we'd probably be like, well, yeah, like, like, it wasn't as, like, talked about, I feel like, and, like, not more of, like, it's like, oh, like, who cares? Like,
and honestly, that I feel like is when it shows where society is going, the direction we're heading in. But I feel like a huge, like, catalyst to that was TikTok and, like, these
100%.
videos that these kids are making nowadays, and, like, everyone's a little gay now.
Yes.
I kind of love that for
It's kind of like everyone should be gay.
Everyone should have a little gay. If you don't,
I think everybody's a little gay.
Dip your toe in it.
100%.
Like, you need to have some experience.
You need to have a little bit of sprinkle in there. It's cool to be gay.
It's cool to be gay. No, it is. And that's another thing I would have told my younger gay self. I'm like, you know what? It's cool to be gay. You will find this out eventually. And I'm like, you know what? I feel a little bit better than other people.
You're a little bit higher.
I'm a little higher up.
We're your cousins.
On the hierarchy.
I'm the hierarchy.
I actually run this world.
On the hierarchy goes gays, girls, everyone else.
Yeah. Straight men all the way on the bottom.
All the way on the bottom.
All the way on the bottom.
I love it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, hopefully, heading in the right direction.
Hopefully. I mean, you got those, the southern states.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe I'll introduce a controversial topic, but succession isn't, out of the table for me. If we want to, let them do their own thing, the gays can come to the Northeast. We love that.
We love that.
We will accept you with open arms.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, like that whole, what's going on is concerning in the South, especially in the South, in states like Florida. I'm eyeing you, Florida, right now.
Yeah.
But it is concerning, and it's scary. Someone, like, I alluded to this before, like, someone that grew up in middle school knowing I was gay, I had suicidal thoughts with it. If I told a teacher, and that teacher told my parents,
Yeah.
I can guarantee I wouldn't be here right now. I was so close at so many points in my life, especially in middle school, where I was the most vulnerable.
Yeah.
If someone told my parents, because I had no choice to, I would not be here.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
insane.
That's something that I've always, like, thinking about how this Don't Say Gay law is gonna play out. Like, that is something that I'm like, I don't think they thought about that.
No.
They think they're doing right for these students, but did you have any input from the students?
Yeah.
No.
Like,
They don't care.
They don't
Like,
care.
they don't get their
They're
opinions.
catering to their stupid demographic that doesn't understand, and it's sad.
It
like,
is.
You're attacking a very vulnerable community.
Especially like that young of an age. Like they don't know.
Exactly.
Like
They
you don't
know.
even know your own feelings, what you're feeling, and how strong they are, and how deep they go. Like
Exactly.
it should, and it's also should be that person's choice to tell whoever they want, whenever they want.
And it's discovery. Like
Yeah.
Like sexuality is a spectrum.
Yes.
So like they might have like gay thoughts
Yeah.
right now. That doesn't mean they're gonna have them.
That doesn't mean
forever.
they identify.
Doesn't mean
Like
like
give
they
them
are
that
discovered.
freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you just out the kid, like
Yeah.
you're going to mess them up
Forever.
longer than you are planned.
Yeah.
Like your repercussions for this law are not going to be played out for decades, because you are going to ruin some people's youth, and that is going to traumatize them for the rest of their
They're
life.
gonna take that whole
Or
experience
they're not
away
even
from
gonna
them.
have a life.
Or they're
Yeah.
not even going to make it.
They're gonna take that whole experience like away from them in more ways than one. Like
Exactly.
they won't get to like discover it by themselves or like have a choice. Like or they'll just like revert to the alternative. Like, oh well, I'm different. Everything sucks in the end. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or on the other end of the spectrum, a lot of straight men, quote unquote straight men, are the most homophobic people. Those most homophobic people tend to be gay.
Oh,
Yes, I literally said this the other day.
Literally, okay. I literally was thinking this on the way here because I have never talked about this on the podcast, but reality. I can't fucking talk
It is
today.
reality, though.
Sexuality is 100% a spectrum, and I have absolutely been attracted to women before. I've been with women, etc. But I never felt comfortable stating my sexuality because I've never romantically dated a woman, and I felt like almost. And when my exes would ask me what my orientation was, I would say straight, but I wouldn't 100% identify as straight. So I felt like I was like almost lying. But and I would get so defensive. But the reason I got so defensive is because I was like, ooh, girls are kind of hot sometimes. But literally, straight men that are so defensive 100% want a little bit of the dingling.
It's questionable.
Yes.
Something's questionable. Something's going on there.
Yes, like why are you so angry?
Why are you so angry?
Why are you so defensive?
Like, if I kiss you right now, are you gonna like try to punch me? Do you want to kiss back? Like, let me know.
Like,
Give
we
it up.
go, yeah.
Let us know.
Let's play this game. Am I gonna get punched or am I gonna get kiss back?
Let's unpack this.
Let's-
Why are
let's
they
sit down and
so
talk about
angry?
it.
Why are you so defensive?
Like,
about
why do you
yourself?
care so much?
Exactly. Like, it really should not. Like, women are not like that. Like,
No.
you just say, all right, that's not for me. I appreciate you. Honestly, it's also a compliment too. Like, that man thinks you're hot. Like, what's so? Someone thinks
What
you're
is
hot.
the biggest like?
Boost your ego.
Yeah.
And like, calm down.
I don't understand like
take a decompressor.
why like if I'm out to like I go to the gay bars with you guys. Like I think it's so fun. First of all, most welcoming environment
It is.
ever.
It
For
is.
real.
Like actually, like I feel like everyone I meet is just so nice.
Mhm.
But I also like will tell like my straight guy friends sometimes, or like I've heard people be like, "Oh, did you get hit on, like by a woman or something?" And I'm like, if I did, I would be lucky if I
Yeah,
did.
it's such a
Like,
I would
compliment.
feel like-
thank you.
I would literally be like, "You like me?" Okay.
Literally.
I'm like, if I know like gay like guys, like straight guys, if they get hit on by like a gay guy, it's like, what are you doing? This is I'm like,
yeah.
take the fucking compliment. That just means you're insecure with yourself
It does.
and
It's
you're
sad.
angry about something that you're not telling everybody.
Yes.
And I don't want to hear it.
But like, as I said, like unpack it, go home, sit down, take a bath.
Take a bath.
That's maybe
it.
a little
Take a
bath
little
salts.
nap.
You know what? You
Yeah.
really need to like just relax.
Reset.
As you said, you need to calm down.
Yes.
At the beginning
You
of the
need to calm
episode,
down.
like you need to calm down
You
and
really
just
do.
evaluate it. Like,
Yes.
do you want to be complimented and do you want to have fun throughout the night, or do you want to like be a raging bitch the
Yeah.
entire time?
And
Like,
everyone just hates you.
and everyone just hates you.
And like that ruins like if you actually hold on to the type of anger, that ruins your night. That ruins
Exactly.
everyone's night
Exactly.
around
For
you.
what? Like why?
For what?
For what? What are you getting out of this?
And
For
al-
what?
And also like gay bars are like, as you said, a safe haven. Like,
Oh yeah, they're so fun.
They're so much fun. You can kind of let your guard down a little bit, especially for girls, because I do feel very bad for girls that can't go to straight bars because they just are going to get hit on the entire night, or worse, with like, you know, the roofies and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that is so fucked up. That is not something that's going to happen at a gay bar. It might happen to gay men, which is also another problem, but I'm not going to, that's not the topic of this conversation. Like, it is a safe place for women to go because they feel the need to have a safe space because not all the straight bars are going to be a safe space for them.
Yeah.
You will not catch me shaking my ass the way I shake my ass at a gay bar, at a straight bar.
Yeah.
I literally will do like splits on the like I go fucking crazy. I always go with Chris and like we have the best time, and I don't dance like that when I'm at a straight bar or a club because it's like you don't know what's gonna fucking happen. Like it's not a safe space for you to do that.
Exactly, and you can't even put your drink down. Like if you put your drink down, you leave it uncovered. Like, and you come back to it 5 minutes later. If there was a straight man looking at you from across the bar, that's his time to make his move, and that his time to make his move means roofing you.
Yeah, it's actually very scary.
It's very scary.
Yeah,
and like this was out of the country. My friends told me that they were in Mexico and on like spring break or something like that, and one of them was targeted to get roofied, but the person that was getting targeted didn't end up drinking their drink, and one of the straight male friends ended up drinking the drink and got roofied, and was like, that was the scariest experience of his life.
God,
that is scary.
So like, it's just there's no safe space besides a gay bar, and again there's caveats to that.
Yes.
I'm not gonna get too deep into that conversation, but it is like. It is sad that is what like a lot of society has come to nowadays.
Yeah,
it's like
100%.
Not a safe space for other people, that's why the gay bars exist.
I love the gay bars.
Yes.
It's a little oasis.
How did you feel about like when you went to college? Because like I feel like that's like a clean slate. Like nobody knows you there. Like, how was that like experience for you?
So at first I tried going in as the traditional straight male that was gonna, just there to try it out and see what, like, I tried experimenting with girls at the time. I was like, I'm not gonna tell anyone. I want to see if gay is for me.
Right.
I never touched a girl, never had sex with a girl. Still to this day I haven't, because I realized it doesn't work for me.
Yeah. That's me.
It literally doesn't work for me. But I wanted to try it just to like say I at least had attempted it.
Yeah.
Didn't work out. Within a month, maybe 2 months, I realized that it wasn't going to work. So it didn't take too long.
Like, this isn't for me.
And then I started telling my friends that I had at the time, and I still keep in touch with them every now and then, but like I started telling them, towards the end of freshman year, I didn't really talk to them too much. But then sophomore year, I actually joined a fraternity, because I was just like, I wanted to make some friends. I wanted to go out, have the traditional college experience. And that actually, I ended up joining like the most open-minded fraternity.
Oh wow,
so
that's awesome.
That
is awesome.
That was a huge help for me. They already had one openly gay man. There was a few other closeted gay men in there. Not going to name any names.
And I'm sure you banged them.
Potentially. There was a possibility. But that helped me. Like, I didn't come out to them right away. I started telling like my close friends that I was making in the fraternity. I was like, yeah, by the way, like I am gay, and it worked out for me. And then I started opening up to the rest of the fraternity before I even knew it, and everyone knew at the time, and no one gave a shit. It was even
that's
more
amazing.
That is.
And then my roommates, who I still talk to this day, they weren't in the fraternity, so they didn't know like anything about it. We ended up having like a rack race, so we paired up and like tried to drink a 30 rack.
Oh yeah.
Very straight of us.
Literally.
There was literally
frat boy.
literally three other straight men and then the one gay, and they didn't know when we started this case race, but I was like, the liquor was flowing, like the booze were happening, like I was like, all right, like I've been with these guys for over a semester at that point, and was like, you know what, I am tired of hiding this from them.
Yeah.
And that's what I've noticed is like it would just start festering in me. I'm like, I can't hide it anymore. I want to say something. So I waited this semester to make sure that they were cool. They were, and I told them, like, as we were probably about 10 beers deep, all of us, and we all had a little bit of a heart to heart. Like my roommate at the time was in the bathroom, and I told my other two roommates, and then when he came out, he was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And my other two roommates were like, "Don't be a bitch about this." They're like, "I will fight you, I swear to God." And he was also cool about it, shockingly enough, because that's how as I said, I filter out my friends based on how they treat the LGBT community.
Yeah.
And they were cool with it, and we are still friends to this day.
Love that.
That's awesome.
So,
That's
college-
actually a pretty surprise, honestly, like for a
Yeah.
frat. Like,
yeah, for a frat,
yeah.
especially. I mean, like that's one of the reasons I stayed in the liberal Northeast because like I knew that they were mostly going to be cool about it. So
yeah.
I was awesome with that end. I had another thought and I just completely forgot it. She left me.
She left
Just like Bree,
you.
she left me.
I know.
She'll come back
She'll come
eventually.
back. I'll bring her up. You know I will.
Oh my god.
So then, how does it like? So I was talking to my cousin. He's now like 45, but he lived in New York and in LA.
Mhm.
Grew up in like Ocean, like here, and he would always tell me like how it's just so different. Like the nightlife here, with obviously like in the gay community, is like very limited here, and that's why he like felt like he thrived more in New York and like that he moved there like at a young age and everything. So like, did you find it? So I just dropped the mic. Did you find it like difficult? Like when you turn 21, you're going out with your friends here. Like, did you like? Were you having fun, but you knew like this like probably wasn't the place for you to like really be yourself?
Yes and no. I was always just with my friends,
Yeah.
so I was always having a good time because like I was just going out with them. Even if I were to go to like bring them to a gay bar, I still
Yeah.
go with them.
Yeah.
I don't really go anywhere else. I don't want to like talk to anyone else because I'm with my friends. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm having a good night with them.
Yeah.
With that said, I do look around every now and then at like the straight bars, especially in like Belmar.
Yeah.
Belmar, even in Asbury a little bit, lesser in Asbury.
Yeah.
But definitely in Belmar, Manasquan, all those places.
Mhm.
Jenks,
Mhm.
it definitely is something I pick up on.
Yeah.
And then I make sure to like not like look too deep into it
Yeah.
because I'm like I'm still here to have fun
Yeah.
with my friends, and I end up doing that. I end up doing exactly that. But with that said, like it does hit different.
Yeah.
In the cities.
So I feel like there's
Yeah.
more places in the city,
There is.
and like obviously because it's bigger, but I just feel like
there's more gays too.
there's more gays, and it's like more
they crawl
like
there.
they're all there.
yeah. I feel like it's just more of like a vibe.
Yeah,
You know?
and I travel a little bit for work, and I lived in Philly for a year,
Yeah.
so I was very in tune with the gay scene in Philadelphia. I've been to Chicago, I've been to LA, been to New Orleans, and I got to experience the gay nightlife everywhere. I mean, it's lesser in New Orleans, but I mean that's not really that shocking,
Right.
Especially when you compare it to New York City.
No, literally,
Philadelphia,
yeah.
And then the LA nightlife is so much fun. The gay nightlife, I should say, is so much fun. It really
Were you in West Hollywood?
Yeah, I was in WeHo.
West Hollywood is the place. Like
I would love to tell you I remember it.
like
may have
it's
blacked
so
out.
fun.
That's
well,
so
then that means you
surprising.
did it right. That
I
means
mean,
you
I did it right. And my friend there was like, he was making sure to take care of me. I have a friend that lives out there who's also gay.
Yeah.
And he took so good care of me. I played with his dog when I got back. There's a video of me just playing with his dog,
Love
like blackout
that.
drunk. I'm like, I wish I could remember this because it was so cute. So yeah, WeHo was a lot of fun. I went to Boys Town in Chicago, which is also a
Nice.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
The neighborhood in Philadelphia, obviously.
Yeah.
And like I will say, like New York City nightlife, gay nightlife specifically, is so much